Welcome back to the channel, everybody. Today, we're going to talk about Castles, an NFT game on the Wax blockchain, and why I think it's a good pick, not just for the short term, but for the long term. Let's get into it. And as always, I'll put all the good links down below to their website, Discord, and Twitter, where you can easily find this project. If there's any questions or something that you want to know about the project, please reach out on their Discord. They're very friendly. Let's go. So I'm on the Castles website. I do have some of these NFTs already for the game. In-game token is M-Source. I currently earn 880 M-Source an hour. Now we'll talk more on that later. When you're checking out these games and thinking about putting money into these projects, whether it's to make money in the short term or the long term, one thing I like to check out is the team. Not every team is revealed on every project because some of this stuff is decentralized, and with that you don't have to reveal yourself necessarily, but some teams do, and I love seeing that. I can tell you that I've talked with a few of these people, and they are very nice, very friendly, very informative about their game. They're also very passionate about their game, and I'll have a link to this website, and you can see the links for their Discord, YouTube, and Twitter are right here, but those will also be in the description. Now, every NFT game, no, okay, not every, most NFT games will have a white paper. I encourage you to not only read this one, but any game that you're thinking about getting involved with that's crypto involved, read the white paper. Find the reasons to get excited about these games. Now, let's get into it. There's a lot to unpack here. Okay, so I'm not going to read the whole white paper because you should do your own research, but I'm going to read some of it. Okay, so here we go. The goal of MetaSource Games is to deliver fun, scarcity-based gaming using digital collectibles, allowing users to trade their assets over the blockchain. Currently, our MetaSource cards are available on the Wax platform. So about the Castle game specifically, CastlesNFT is a game about building wealth, influencing glory, merge lands, and take part in a limited time crafting system to grow your kingdom. The official collection is Castles NFT Go and can be found on Atomic Hub. Whitelisting of Castles collection is forthcoming. Some of the last packs for the lands will be sold soon, and I'll have some information on those. Now, this is really cool. Back to what I was saying about team. It says right here, transparent and public team. MetaSource Games is a platform made by a United States registered company. Ooh, I'm going to butcher this. Scarcity Game Studios. We are active and show up regularly with our community. I love that, and I love transparency. Okay, so there's a mission statement. For time's sake, I'm not going to read it, but it's here. We'll have a link to it. Let's go to, so in this Castle NFT game, here's what you can do. You can craft new lands such as farms in their scarcity-based system. More on that. Upgrading lands by merging. Actually going to show that in a little bit. Upgrading lands to a castle for extra daily rewards, limited time crafting events, racing against each other to create scarcity-based NFTs before time or supply runs out, and the Wonders system, which is an exciting way for players to gain ownership of the in-game economy. Here's some quick intro notes. Now here's what you can do, here's what you can see, and we're going to explore these options. But you can craft new lands such as farms in their scarcity-based ecosystem. You can upgrade lands by merging, upgrading lands to a castle for extra daily rewards, limited time crafting events, racing against other players to create scarcity-based NFTs before time or supply runs out, and the Wonders system. The Wonders system is an exciting way for players to gain ownership of the in-game economy. We'll talk more on that later. It's actually really good for the players. Okay, now they have these things called Royal Seals. Royal Seals are gathered by owning a castle. Now, a castle is like one of the best items you can get in the game, which is what you're going to want to work towards. Here's a little bit about the Royal Seals. Royal Seals are an important part of the castle's ecosystem. They are used to refresh barren land claims, castle claims, craft new farms, and they are also used as an ingredient in many coming Crafter and Wonder NFT events. You're going to want these Royal Seals. One Royal Seal costs $5 USD in Wax. In the initial stages, all earnings in Wax go to the developers. However, one of the first Wonders players craft will be a Royal Seal Courthouse Wonder which shares 50% of the Royal Seal's purchases in wax with the owners of that Wonder. So basically, when you get that Wonder bounty, which would probably be a Wonder NFT, when you have that, you get a shared system in the in-game economy. That is so cool. Now, I think they're going to be hard to get, but that would be a goal. Like, you want those Wonders, and you want these Royal Seals, and then you want the castle. So it's all kind of like, you want the castle, you want the seal, you want the Wonder, which is great because there's demand. There's a variety of different land NFTs you can have. There's a farm, a ranch, village, town, city, and castle. They all earn different rates. Obviously, the castle earns the most, and not only does it earn the most M-Source, it can create 1 Royal Seal daily. Farms are 10, ranches 30, village is 90, and it just keeps going up. 3 farms equal 1 ranch, 3 ranch equals 1 village, and so on and so forth. 3 cities is about a castle, with the exception of it doesn't provide a Royal Seal. So you can have 3 cities and get about the same M-Source, but you're not going to get the Royal Seal. Now, you want that Royal Seal, so ideally you want to upgrade those 3 cities to a castle.
Now,
this is so awesome right here. I love merging systems. By merging lands, say from a farm to a ranch, the player has a chance at bonus rewards. Now, let me show you that real quick, because we're reading a lot, but you're not seeing a lot of action. Let me show you the merging system. One of the best parts of the game. If you look right here, you can see I currently have enough to merge my ranches and my farms. I'm thinking I have enough farms to get a bunch of ranches, and probably enough ranches to maybe create an extra town or 2. And that would be huge. If I can get 3 towns, I can get a city. If I can get a city, I'm that much closer to a castle, which is great. Remember, we have 880 M-Source created hourly that I can claim. I don't have to claim it hourly. I can claim it, I think, once a day, if I'm not mistaken. But let's merge a few of these together. You can merge 3 one time, or I can merge 3 time. So we're going to go 3. Max is 3. All right, it's going to cost me 6,480 M-Source, and I have currently 673,870. So I have plenty to do this. And look at this. This is my bonus chance. So there's a big chance to just get in a ranch from upgrading the 3. Then there's a slight chance. Well, then there's a 36% chance to keep one of my farms and get the ranch, and a smaller 3.6% chance to not only keep 2 farms out of the 3 that I'm blending. So if I blend 3 farms, there is a chance that I keep 2 and get the ranch. So either way, I'm getting the ranch, but these bonuses to keep an extra farm, which would go a long way to building more land. So hopefully I get some good procs. Let's go. Come on, big proc. This is my first time merging. I've never done this. I went from 25 and 9. Remember that. Okay, so we did do it. Okay, so this is after the first blend. I blended 3 times, which would have cost me 369 on my 25 farms. So I kept 3 farms. I got 3 ranches out of it, and it only cost me 6 farms. So I actually got some good procs on that. That's really cool. All right, now you can see I have 18 ranches and 1 farm left. Now here's the thing. Remember I told you I had 880 M-Source earnings when I started this video? Now, by merging my farms and procking some bonus NFTs, I'm up to 910 now. That's where the demand for M-Source is going to be, because people are going to want to upgrade their farms to ranches and, all the way to castle. So that's a demand. You also get M-Source from having these, so that's a source. And then there's other demands for the M-Source. You have a choice. You can participate in the game, build and flourish, and just keep going and snowball into castles and things like that. Or you can sell your M-Source. Either way is cool. For me, I plan on snowballing to a castle. Like, I need a castle or 3 or 10. But my plan is to snowball into a castle because I want seals. Okay, so I want those seals because I plan on getting a baron later. We'll talk more about a baron later in a minute. So I want a castle. We're gonna keep going. We're gonna keep going, keep growing. Let's merge some more. 9, 10. Okay, keep going. Here we go. Refresh. Merge. Okay, so after the farm merges and the ranch merges, I'm at 1090 an hour. That's a 210 M source difference per hour. You can see I'm getting 1090 versus 880, and that's just freaking awesome. So one more merge to do. Well, we got 3, but we can do it all at once. And we're merging for towns. Come on, procs. I need some towns, man. I need some towns. I'm working towards the castle. Here we go. Come on, man. Come on. I gotta wait because it's gotta refresh. Almost takes like 20 seconds. Come on, bonus villages. Ah, there we. Oh, now I can merge the one time. Merge 3 towns, guaranteed rewards. So city. Oh, it's a very low chance to keep it. Come on, let's do it. You don't lose anything, but you could potentially gain more. That's cool. Let me hit the button. Refresh. We have a city. Just like that. I turned my farms, ranches, and my villages into towns. Now I got a city. So I have 1 farm, 1 town, and 1 city. 1090 MS an hour. Okay, so for the most part, that covers lands and merging. You got to see merging firsthand. Let's move on. Now, scarcity. Scarcity is going to be very important in this game from the jump. Right now is like the game has just started, possibly the best time to enter, and here's why. The more farms that are minted either from barons or crafting rewards, the scarcer lands will become by increasing their crafting cost. And somewhere in here they call this a doubling. As the farm mint tiers increase, the merge cost, castle rewards, baron and castle recharge costs adjust to the economy. The first cost increases at 500,000 farms minted. But once there's 500,000 farms, the cost is going to increase. It won't be as cheap to make those anymore. It's going up from there. So I like the doubling cost. It reminds me of Bitcoin and the Bitcoin halving. But instead of a halving, this is basically a doubling. After 500,000 farm mints, the cost to make the next one is going to double. This is an example. This is really good. For right now, up until 500,000 farms minted, it costs 5,000 M source and 1 royal seal. Okay, now after that 500,000, that same farm is gonna cost 10,000 M source and 2 royal seals. You're getting a doubling on both resources, and that is awesome. Ooh, and then the next doubling, which is not another 500,000 mints, it's 750,000 mints. And that's only 250,000 more. You're talking 20,000 M source and 4 royal seals. So here's the thing. We'll get to barons soon, but each barons produce lands. Okay? You need a castle and a baron. They're gonna make lands, and they're gonna make lands every day. These farms are gonna be minted every day. Not very fast, but fast enough to where 500,000 is gonna happen pretty quick. And then the 750,000 will happen even faster. So you can see this is going to snowball, and these farms, the cost of the farms should go up. The cost of every land after that should go up. The cost of the fields, because it's just all going to get more and more rare. I love the idea. I am really interested to watch how this plays out. It's going to be fun, and I'm thankful that I'm in now versus like, let's say 6 months or to a year from now. And yeah, this is exciting. I can't wait to do follow-up videos because you're gonna watch my game progress. We're gonna keep an eye on these mints. We will keep an eye on these mints because this is exciting. I want to see what happens. All right, let's talk about wonders. Now, this is what they have written here. I probably agree. I don't know yet, but it sounds so good. Wonders are one of the most exciting aspects of the Castles NFT economy. They allow players to have a stake earnings from the public uses of the in-game economy. Are some of the most exciting limited time crafting events. Players can craft wonder bounties for a limited time and earn monthly rewards from its global use by players. An example, the Royal Seal Wonder will be one of the first wonders, which will be 50% of all Royal Seal purchases in Wax will go to Metasource Games development. That's great. That's awesome. And the other 50% will go to the users holding the bounties. That is awesome, especially if you're one of the first handfuls of people who get one of these. Oh man, are you kidding me? This is gonna be awesome. So this bounty reads, this is an example of a future one. 50% of the new farms will be burned, and the other 50% shared with bounty owners. Now that is cool. That particular one cuts off the development team. However, instead of going to the dev team, it gets burned. Like, that's insane for one. That's insane for one. So that bounty sounds so cool. Actual burn mechanics in the game. Oh man, that's gonna be sweet. And then to hold that bounty, you're gonna earn additional rewards. You're gonna wanna craft these bounties. It looks like these are from limited crafting events. Barons. Royal Barons are one of the scarcest, most valuable parts of the castle ecosystem. Currently, the Baron is the only royal released. Daily, a Royal Baron will mint a farm, or better, for its owner. There's no limit to the amount of Barons someone can use. Whoa! I was thinking about this earlier. Okay, perfect. There's no limit to the amount of Barons someone can own and use, but there is a limit to total Barons existing. A Baron can hold 7 mint charges. So a Baron, since it can produce a land, it can hold 7 mint charges. When the charges are depleted, a Royal Seal NFT must be used to recharge it. Royal Seals are sold on our game's homepage or by other players. The Baron daily earning table is below. Okay, so here we go. The Baron has a 95% chance to produce a farm, a 4.5% chance to produce a ranch, and a 0.5% chance to produce a village. So that's cool. Main important things on the Baron. This is probably the most important thing on the Baron. Baron has a total supply. The Baron total supply is limited to the same amount of Metasource cards released. By the end of 2022, only 1,872 Royal Barons will exist. Here is the Baron release table by year. Yeah, so by the end of this year, 1,872. And then for next year, they're only releasing 624 more. Now you have to realize that hundreds, if not thousands of players could be in this game. If there is a ton of players in this game, this NFT is going to be super rare. Very rare. Like, you're going to be lucky to have one, let alone two down the road. There's a pack drop coming up. This could be your chance to get a Baron at a cheap price. You can always go to Atomic Hub and buy one. Trust me, you don't want to go to Atomic Hub and buy one because it's going to be a lot cheaper than buying on Atomic Hub. Last I seen on Atomic Hub, they're selling for double. Get it on the pack drop if you're going to get in. Okay, so limited time crafting. Developers of Metasource Games are frequent players of the wax-based games. We have found our two favorite things are crafting and acquiring scarcity-based NFTs. The limited time crafting system is to provide a fun and exciting way to engage with the Castles ecosystem. To provide entry-level crafts for new players, no matter the cost of lands. Acquire new crafter or wonder bounty NFTs. Limit the amount of new crafters that can be made based on time or supply. Once an event is ended, Only way to craft new supply of those crafters or wonder bounties is to wait for the next event. I like that. It's not going to be open season for these things. For some of these things, there's going to be a window of opportunity. It's going to be limited supply and limited time, from what it sounds like. And I believe it is actually going to make it pretty engaging, because you're probably not going to want to miss these events. Is what I'm understanding. You want to make these events. Once an event is ended, the only way to craft new supply of those crafters or wonder bounties is to wait for the next event. The next event will have a capped supply matching the same amount minted during the last event or less. The max amount is determined by the developers. Past events may take time to reoccur. Again, these guys are smart. I like this limited event thing. I'm excited. Like when an event actually pops off, you're gonna see me do this. I'm gonna do another video. You're gonna see me do this. I'm excited, and I haven't even seen this event yet. Okay, so here's one that's coming up. Now I think there's gonna be many, and some of them will probably they'll have different benefits, I imagine. So depending on what your goals are, might lead to which event you want to take part in. But I imagine like I want to be in the first one. One of the first limited time crafting events will be a lumberjack. Players will have a 2-week window to craft as many lumberjacks as they can. After that, no more lumberjacks will be available to craft until the next event. The next event's cards will have the same mint availability as the last event or lower. This means if 5,000 lumberjacks were minted during event 1, and only 5,000 or less will be available to mint during lumberjack event number 2. Another M-Source use case. Look at this. And I love this because it's the one main token, and it's got multiple use cases. I think they're creating a nice demand system. Lumberjack is super important part of the ecosystem as it converts M-Source tokens into lumber NFTs. The intention is that the lumberjack is the origin crafter and is expensive to recharge. Crafters after the lumberjack will be cheaper to operate and require NFTs from the previous crafter in the chain to recharge. This allows for newer players to pick up crafters later in the chain for lower costs. This will also make sense when you analyze the recharge cost of each crafter and the number of goods produced. Now, real quick, this is not final data, so we'll see how it shakes up. Lumberjack costs 100k M-Source plus 2 royal seals. Produces 2 to 3 lumber NFTs a day. Weekly recharge of 400k M-Source plus 4 royal seals. At that current rate, let's see here, at 1,090 an hour, 24. Not bad actually. I need 100k. At the current rate that I receive my M-Source, if the numbers are the same, I can earn enough for a lumberjack in 3.8 days. So, depending on when the event happens, I should have plenty. And once I know when an event is going to start, you will hear about it. Trust me, you will know, because I will have a lumberjack. I'm telling you right now, I will have a lumberjack or 2 or 3. Oh, here we go. Oh, okay. So, I'm dummy. Here we go. The first crafting event. I don't know if, okay, the dates aren't final. The date's not final. But if this is correct, March 17th through the 31st is your lumberjack window. So look forward to that. There's also maybe a date for the next event, which be the next month on April 4th through the 18th. We're going to have to pay attention to these dates, and I will let you know as the time gets a little closer. But super excited for that. I'm going to be saving my M-Source. You see, it's already working. Instead of spending my M-Source, I'm holding my M-Source. There is a lot of future plans they have. I don't know if it's even all here. So there's going to be a quest reward system for achieving goals. festival system rewarding players for active participation. Crafting emerging. I love that. I don't want to say participation awards, but I like awards for doing in-game activities. You know what I mean? Like being active. However, I do like rewarding active players versus players who don't participate in these stuff. You know what I mean? So it's, you understand. Crafting ownership of board game squares. I don't know exactly what that means, but there's also board game mining and more. I talked to the dev. There's some other plans. Like there's a good roadmap coming up, and it's just exciting. I'm excited to see. So let's go back to my board. Well, I covered a lot. I read off more than I normally read. You get these NFTs from either the drops or from Atomic Hub. You hook them up on your Wax wallet, whether that's the Anchor wallet, I believe, or what I normally use is the Wax Cloud wallet. Once you're in the game, you start earning M-Source. If you have 3 farms or ranches or whatever, you can merge those into the next tier, or not, or just keep earning M-Source. But as you can see, merging was beneficial for me. I got an extra 210 M-Source an hour from merging. And with more lands, you're able to develop and get some of these better tier NFTs. Baron produces the land. The castle produces the seals that recharge the Baron. You're going to want a castle eventually, and you're going to want a Baron eventually. Castles are rare right now because the game's brand new. You can't get a castle in a pack. You have to merge your way up. I love that, by the way, because there's too many games that release the top tier tools right away, and it just lowers the demand. Like, this is a great way of doing it. Everything else is available in packs. You get M-Source by having lands, which is the main token. From there, you can also craft more land. After a certain amount of lands gets minted, limit is reached, the lands are going to cost more to make. A lot of these lands are going to probably come from Baron, and Barons are in short supply as well. So if there's a lot of players, too bad, because there's going to be less than 2,000 Barons by the end of this year. So back to what I was saying about lands being scarce, they're going to come from crafting rewards, and they're going to come from Barons. From what it sounds like, maybe the crafting rewards won't be easy, or it might not be available all the time. But I think that's going to be part of the limited crafting event. Now we're still early, so as more and more marketing happens and more users come onto this game, and more blending takes place, and after the last pack drop, things are going to get real exciting. So I'm just pumped about this project. But let's talk about the pack drop. There's one last land pack drop, Wednesday, March 2nd, 10 a.m. EST. That's the last land pack drop. From that point going forward, whatever the price is on Atomic Hub right now, this might be the cheapest they ever gonna be. Not guaranteed, not financial advice, but there's a possibility. Once those packs come out, there'll be some more supply on Atomic Hub, but that supply is gonna dwindle. I'll have the link for the drops down below. I would say look into the project. Don't put any more in that you can afford to lose. I see this game just scaling up. I think they have a nice supply, demand, doubling system. I think they're actually trying to create a nice scarcity system in the game. And if they can achieve it, this could be awesome. So like I say, I can't promise you nothing. That's it. Castle NFT game. What did you think? Let me know. Are you excited about this game too? With that said, peace.